whenever he needs to, whenever he can, leave his business and come to the field to get to our games and make charter our games and things like that. He makes the sacrifices. I know he'd like to be there a lot more than he's been able to be there, but the guy's still playing. He's got a competitive spirit. I'm pretty sure he can get on the mound and cut our guys up, and that's Dan Torres. Definitely last but not least is another guy that played for me that I'm extremely very lucky to have, and that's Coach Menduke, a principal. Leaves the school, comes to coach whenever he can, and goes to as many games as he possibly can and stuff. And he loves this guy. He loves these guys tremendously. Yes. Overall, this season, from the get-go, I thought that we would have a very successful season. Not so much because of the fact that we had experience coming back, but really the way that I saw these guys working together. And in the fall, when we went out to the desert, we played some really good ball clubs. I saw what this team was capable of doing against really good quality teams and stuff. More than anything, what I was proud of was the fact that these guys really put in the hard work that they need to put in to get better and improve. The season always doesn't give you what you want, and I'm sure there's guys that probably felt that their numbers were not what they expected them to be and stuff, but they never lost. They never lost the grit. They kept grinding. They knew they had to get better because we were in a tough league, and in order to get to the playoffs, we'll probably start playoffs about midway through the league. And that's the way it occurred. That's the way it occurred, actually. We went through some adversity, like most families do. We get arguments in the dugout, we yell at each other, and so on and so forth and stuff. But at the end of the day, you guys should sit down and have dinner together, hang out with each other, and love each other like brothers and stuff, which I'm extremely proud of. So, good job. I'm going to start with a guy that we had in the program early on, and decided that he wanted to go play another sport, which I was very happy. I'm a person that encourages these guys to play as many sports as you can in high school. So you absolutely have to choose, which is usually around their junior, senior year. But nonetheless, he went and he put his time in, and when it came time for baseball, I really didn't feel like I'd have any opportunities for him, so I turned him away. And I said, I'm sorry, but my rule is that if I'm not going to use you as a senior, I just don't think that you'll be able to sit there and get through all the frustration of watching younger guys play and guys coming out from other teams and stuff. And that's just the reality of baseball when you get to varsity. There's certain guys that show up as freshmen and they leapfrog the junior, and next thing you know, they're in the starting lineup because they performed. And that's life. And so, at any rate, he's a talented hitter. He can pitch, play infield, outfield. He worked hard to get himself not only in the lineup, but in the middle of our lineup. And he came through with some big hits. He's coachable. He's going to continue to improve. He's got the right attitude. He hit a home run for us. Emil Stevens. Our next senior is one of our top outfielders, was one of our top outfielders with exceptional range, a great work ethic, made the most of his opportunities, provided one of the most exciting and unforgettable moments I've ever been a part of this season, when he homered in our last big game. He gave us his all for 4 years. T.I., come on up. Our next senior was an infielder, outfielder with a solid stick. His contributions were key to success our last 2 seasons. He's a great teammate, with a positive attitude. He's been with us for all 4 years. I was fortunate enough to have his older brother and both his mom and dad. And we truly are going to miss him. Mac Decatrell. This senior was a two-sport athlete, competed extremely hard every opportunity he had, provided the type of energy for his teammates that made a difference, and he was contagious in the dugout. He never let up. Again, a good talent. We did give him enough opportunities, that as many opportunities as we wish we could have had, but it was tough to crack our lineup and stuff. And that was Dom Del Toro. Our next senior, outfielder, who improved every year during his 4 years in our program. He was determined and eager to get the most of his ability. His energy made our clubhouse and season unforgettable. He could catch for us, he could play the outfield for us, he could run, and every year I would consider he had a successful season every year he got in the West High program. And that's Chris Matsui. This next senior, we have the privilege to have as well. Great attitude. He made 8 appearances in 2 seasons on the mound. He hit for us as well. He worked extremely hard to get the most out of his ability. He's another 4-year warrior. He's going to be missed in our program. That's Tyler Mullen. Next player I'm going to call up, he's a pitcher outfielder. He's thrown 24 innings in our last 2 seasons. He went 2-1 this season. He continues to develop his confidence and perform under pressure. He's a student of the game and will add tremendous value to our program next year. That's Ethan Sue. Our next player, all Pioneer League team, 2 years in a row. Works well with our pitching staff in games, knows how to call a game, knows what it takes to keep hitters off balance. His aggressive style behind the dish demonstrates how bad he wants to win. Offensively, he hit it hard and was our RBI leader with the same competitiveness and aggressiveness he showed behind the plate. He was basically one of our top category leaders in a lot of our offense, and we're really confident that his senior year is going to bring a lot of exciting moments. And that's our catcher, Nathan Herrera. Another player that got voted all Pioneer League 2 years in a row, Nathan Sidekick, played shortstop, pitched for us. Our field general made all sorts of great plays the last 2 seasons. In 2 seasons, he's collected 55 hits and 50 games played. On the mound, he's 7-1 with 5 saves over the last 2 seasons and plays with everything he's got every day. We're lucky to have him another year. That's Cameron O'Neill.
Yeah!
One of our most consistent pitchers that's always around the strike zone, does a great job of keeping hitters off balance. He's a team guy with a great attitude. He'll play a key role in our pitching staff next year. And I love having him around our team, Matt Fatterall.
Thank you.
Our next player is another pitcher, outfielder, strong pitcher, and hitter that we anticipate will make big contributions to next year's team. He continues to improve and put his time in and off the field. Lance Miyazaki.
Yeah.
Our next guy, he's the type of teammate that you know will give you everything he has to make the team better. Another coachable player with a great attitude, and we appreciate all his hard work. He works hard in the bullpen with all of our pitchers, and he never says no to anything you ask him to do. That's Justin Panganiban.
Justin, JP.
All right, one of our 3 sophomores, utility guy, gained a lot of valuable experience this season, and he demonstrated he can play anywhere on the field. We're lucky to have a versatile player like this that we can plug in a spot when we're moving guys around, because we've got guys that basically pitch and play infield, pitch and play outfield, and that sort of thing. His offense will continue to get better with his approach. Another great attitude. Came to me and asked me basically, what do I got to do to get in the lineup, coach? I loved it. And we threw him in the outfield, makes some big plays for us, and that's Hale Olmanson. All right, we primarily use this guy as a designated hitter and pinch hitter this season. Hits the ball hard and consistently competes in the batter's box. Despite the limited action that we gave him, he maintained a positive attitude and worked hard to remind us that he could help us on the team. So we put him in as much as we could. Ryu Uchida. This guy tied for second and most runs scored, came up with some big at-bats to keep our rallies going. Defensively, he was consistent and reliable anywhere you put him. On the mound, he went 2-0. Had 18 strikeouts and 17 innings pitched. He's going to be a key player the next 2 seasons for us. That's Reeve Sharman. All right. This is a senior that really earned this award. This is a guy that was eager to get better, who plays and practices with the right attitude, approach, and the amount of effort that he gives you. He's coachable, and you can see why he's one of the most improved. He was a left-handed pitcher for us, and he also played in the outfield. He got selected to the senior all-star game. One of our go-to guys in pressure situations on the mound. He pitched against some of our toughest opponents and delivered solid performances. He appeared 7 games on the mound and finished with a 1.5 ERA. Came through in some clutch situations on the offensive side as well. I can say he was the best drag runner on the team. And this guy came to me as well at one point and said, I want to contribute. What have I got to do to get into the game? So we gave him the most improved award, and that's Ryan Strong. That's like the third time I've done it with the same brother, guys. I apologize. And I think I gave the All-Star coach your brother's number too, by the way. Alright. Our next guy. His stats speak for themselves. Hit 352 with 25 RBIs in 25 games, 27 runs scored, led the team in stolen bases, led the area in homers. Needless to say, this is a talented competitor that provided leadership as well. He had his great days, his good days, and his less bad days. But always showed up with a competitive spirit that made him stand out and was voted on the first team All-Pioneer League team. He got voted on the senior all-star game. He was West High's Athlete of the Year, and that's Jackson Sharman.
Excellent!
Yeah, that'll be a Redondo Monday night, 6 o'clock game time. They're taking BP before the game. You guys want to come out and watch these guys. I'm sure this is one of the guys that's going to be leaving the yard quite a bit during BP, so be excited to watch. All right, last but not least, this is our Warrior of the Year award. And obviously there's only one guy left, so you know who he is. This is earned by the player that gets better every year, makes an impact in whatever role the team needs him to have. His numbers both on offense and defense don't tell the whole story, but we know this guy has the 1-2 in his chest, and it's a privilege to have him be part of our program. He's a pitcher, an infielder, our most winningest pitcher, with 12 wins the last 2 seasons, most starts, most innings thrown, while producing on the offensive side as well. He's a competitive player in our core that will continue to get better. Dylan Smith. Varsity, why don't you guys come on up here so that parents can get a shot of you guys one last time.